Hi guys, I'm Dale Perryman and this is my buddy.
How's it
Introduce
going?
yourself, Mike.
I'm Mike Harmindra. We're working together to bring you in a very interesting and innovative contest here. We're going to show you, introduce you to how to get started,
All
and
right.
we're going to try to help you out from here.
Tell people what you do in your day job.
So I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a trader, and I'm a software engineer. So hopefully all those combined will help me create something that's useful for everyone in this retail trading space, because I think there's a lot of things that we can help fix in this area.
And I'm Dale Perryman, and I have had 25 years of corporate training and development experience, and I love trading, and I'll be trading till I croak. And so Mike and I have built some cool tools that we're going to be showing you today that help us out. We're hopeful that they'll help you out, and we believe they will. So you ready to show people kind of how to get on the site and how to get started, Mike?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. All right, what we encourage you to do is to start off using Chrome. We've built everything for Chrome. We think it's been tested on Chrome and it'll work most smoothly there. So when you come onto tradediff.com/register, you'll see a screen like this. So what you do is you type in your email and then your password, and I'll do that right now. And then you put a name, and your name, you can either choose your real name or you could choose a pseudonym. If you're in the witness protection program like Mike, you might want to choose Trader Mike or Trader Dale.
We don't mind if you're anonymous. If you don't want to show your name and it's associated with your portfolio, that's perfectly fine.
So you'll pick a name you want to use, you'll put in your email, you'll create a password that you'll remember, and then you click on register. And there.
Try that again. You might have used that email already.
Okay, so I'll do Trader Joe, and then I'll do kind of an email, Joe Trader at yahoo.com, and then we'll do a password.
Yeah.
And then we click on register, and then you'll see this site pop up. And right now, the first thing, your option is to either create a simulation portfolio, or you could link an account. So if you choose to link an account, you could click on this that says securely link a portfolio. Then what you'll choose to do is to click on TD Ameritrade, and then you'll log into your TD Ameritrade account. And that uses a standard protocol of OAuth 2.0. Mike, you want to tell them about that?
Sure. It's just a standard protocol that every site uses for authentication. So if you're familiar with signing in with your Facebook account or familiar with signing in with your Google account, it's the same thing.
Same thing. And we'll have read-only access. We don't store any passwords. As you connect, you'll have a scary disclaimer that tells us that we're able to move money and make trades, but we do not have the ability to make trades or moving your money. That's incorrect, and TD Ameritrade has said that they are going to change that. They've not gotten around to changing it yet. Perhaps it's the big merger with Schwab, and Mike and Dale working in a garage don't have their priority yet. So the other thing is, once you're connected, you can then have access to your real-time data. And so let's show them now kind of some of like creating a simulation.
Yeah, the simulation portfolio is what you're going to create for the contest.
So for the contest, so you kind of click on create a simulation, and then immediately it will name it. In this case, I'm Trader Joe, so it's created Trader Joe simulation portfolio. So if I want to click here on that portfolio, and then I want to click on For those of you who are in the contest, you want to click on live simulation. It'll then give you a little description here, and you want to click on OK.
By the way, the actual data will be real time in this contest for those who connect TD Ameritrade accounts, whether they're funded or not.
Right. It's pulling your data from your Ameritrade account. So assuming that we want to click on create a trade. And let's talk about, Mike, the two contests that we have going here.
Right, so go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we're gonna have two contests. One will be only call and put buying only, and the other one will be spreads and naked option selling. So the first one, Dale will go demonstrate how to make a trade that you would do in the call and the put buying contest.
Okay, so first I put in the call of Apple, AAPL, and you'll click on Get Chain. So in the call and put buying contest, if I was bullish on Apple, I might buy a call at, say, 385, and I would go over here to the calls, and as you notice, it says buy or sell. It hovers over it to kind of dummy proof it, but in the call or put buying contest, I might buy a call here. And let's assume that I might be bearish, and then in the real contest, you'll see a submit button, right, Mike? Is that what it says?
Yeah, submit button is not here now because it's a weekend and the market's closed.
Yeah, in the real contest, we require it to be during market hours when you make trades, and the reason is there's accurate pricing during market hours. So I'd click on submit. So I could buy a call, or if I believed Apple was going down, I might buy a put. And so this would be buying a put. The other option, so that's it for the first contest, buying calls or buying puts, right?
Yep.
Now for the second contest, you can either sell options or you could put in trades, right? Spreads.
Or sell options naked or spread options, which means you have a one long leg or one call leg and one put leg.
So let's assume for Apple, I'm going to create a poor man's covered call, and I'm going to buy a 380 call, and I'm selling a 390 call, and let's assume that I'm doing it in the weeklies. So I create I'm selling a 390 call.
And just a quick educational bit. He's buying a call in a later expiration date and selling the call in a closer expiration date in the weeklies.
Yep, and that's typically called a poor man's covered call, and that would be an example of a spread trade. And the other option that you could do is just sell an option. So let's assume I'm also bullish on Apple, and I wanted to sell an out of the money put on that, and I wanted to go to 370. So that would be permitted, right? Selling a naked put, which is another type of trade.
Yeah, and for the newbies, again, you sell a put when you're bullish on something, and you buy a put when you're bearish. And if you don't know why, then you'll learn. You'll learn during the contest. That's for sure.
So those are the different types of trades, right, that we can make. So are we ready to talk about kind of some of the metrics now?
Yeah. So like once you get started trading, over time, Tradediff is designed to track and give you a lot of metrics and performance, charts and things like that for your portfolio. So now we're going to look at a portfolio and what it might look like, what your portfolio might look like in a couple months.
So one of my favorites is to kind of look at a daily P&L chart. And this is an example in a real account of the exact amounts that I was up on any particular date. You can look at those dates. You can set a date range here. You can look at your total P&L, your average daily P&L, your largest gain, your average daily gain, and your largest loss.
What's interesting about that, what's interesting about this chart is that it shows you how volatile your portfolio is on a daily basis.
Second thing that I always like to do is look at our ROI. I don't think that one's that meaningful for this one because it's been recently updated. The other thing is kind of looking at trends, like ROI trends. And in this case, you can compare it, your account with NASDAQ or with S&P. And so you can kind of see how you compare.
Tell them why we think it's good to track your performance against the S&P.
Well, it's good to kind of have a dashboard. S&P is one of the most common things that people benchmark against. Is kind of like what good looks like. And we believe that if you're really good, you're going to be able to beat just normal buy and hold.
And they say half the professionals out there or more cannot beat the S&P, right?
Nope. Like that. And as you see, just yesterday, I think I
nudged ahead.
Nudged ahead. So
nice job. Yeah. Nice timing on that for this video, by the way.
Yeah, we created this video just because to celebrate that move,
nice
right?
Timing.
Yeah. So that's kind of, another thing I like is the snapshots. So what snapshots are doing is at any particular time, it kind of takes a snapshot of your portfolio. So let me go down to one that has a comment, and you can always see the date here is July 7th at 2020 at 8:17 a.m. And here's a note that I took. The market's down pre-market. It's finally moved down. Today I'll rebalance my beta-weighted deltas and get back to neutral. I might actually buy some SPY as an easy way to adjust my delta back to neutral. It works best in my IRA since I have more buying power. So, and then a person could go in, they could make a comment, and then this becomes interactive and shareable, this snapshot.
And just to be clear, this is exactly the way Dale's portfolio looked like on 8:17:03 a.m.
Exactly
the way the data, the P&L, and everything was at that moment in time.
Right. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about is groupings. And one of the things is, you see, here's my groupings: poor man's covered calls. I also have a grouping called coronavirus, and I have a grouping called straddles and strangles. And what you can do is you can develop your own categories. And why are categories important? Occasionally you want to kind of measure how well you're doing in a particular category. There was one categories of straddles and strangles. About 3 years ago, I worked on an Excel spreadsheet every day for probably 30 to 45 minutes for a year to measure. Had I had Tradediff, I could have done it all and saved all that time.
And a little story about myself is I've been trading for, since college, and I've tried every strategy in the book, literally every strategy, and I still use a lot of different strategies today, and I still try to figure out which ones work for me and which ones work better than others. So on Tradediff, I like to track how the strategies are doing in their own categories, so I can figure out which ones are working for me and which ones aren't.
Mike and I are always learning and always perfecting our strategies. So if you want to put this Apple trade, for example, into a new category, you click on these three buttons, and I could select straddles and strangles, and it would move that to that particular category. So the last thing, next thing I want to talk about is the leaderboard. And in this case, we have a leaderboard, and this is the live trading one. And we have one here, but we also have another one here that was our recent contest. And this is an example of the recent contests that we had. And we're going to have two contests this time, $50 buy-in for each. We have some rules that you can only do 4% for any trade underlying. And the site's going to dummy proof it to make it easy for you. And we've already explained the types of trades for each. And every day this will update in real time, so you'll kind of see how you're doing every day.
So what was the buy-in in the pot for this contest again?
The buy-in was $100, and there was a total of about $1,000 prize pool. And 65% was paid out to first place, 25% for second, 10% for third. We don't keep any of the money. It's just all paid out, and the buy-in for the contest completely goes into the prize pool.
Yeah, our goal, we're not keeping any of the money for everything that goes to the pot. We're basically, we want to provide the platform for this, and to have people, you know, get the experience on it and let us know how things are going and give us feedback.
Now, the other thing is occasionally you can click on if you're in the contest, you can click on this collaborate tab, and this is where we'll have conversations, talk smack, or learning, or posting of risk graphs, or other things that we want, ideas for trades, etc. And I'll post, occasionally there will be posted videos up here where we'll talk about how it's going, and post some videos here. So I'll be doing a series of videos, 5 or 6 short videos demonstrating different types of trades. Is there anything else we want to talk about there, Mike?
Go ahead and show them the trends and activity tab.
Okay. And this kind of shows each individual, how they're doing.
This is this is kind of nice because it shows you how someone did throughout the competition and how they fluctuated from rank to rank.
Yeah, so you can see that Mo, he swung up here to 1.2 million, and then he swung down.
By the way, this is one of the reasons why we separated out call and put buying, because we wanted the different strategies to be tested in different contests.
Yeah, Mo swung down to 399,000, you know, and he swung back up to 1.1 million. And then the last day of the contest, he took a big swing. So it's a big volatile. Mo was gambling it up. So, yeah. Anything else we want to see there?
No, and activities is basically one of the things about this contest that's pretty unique is that everything is 100% transparent, meaning you see everybody's activity, you see everybody's trade, everybody's portfolio is always available for you to look at. You can do whatever you want with that information. You can follow them. You can do the opposite of what them. We don't recommend you do that, but that's perfectly up to you. And there's no, you know, there's full transparency here.
Okay, so I'll stop sharing that, and we'll just have some closing comments here. So close it out, Mike.
Yeah. So we encourage you to participate in the collaborate tab that Dale showed you there on the contest, because we'll be answering questions. We're going to be helping people throughout the contest on any problems they have with the contest, and, you know, getting things set up and things like that. We'll also be helping the newbies and whoever wants to be helped with trade advice, strategy advice, suggestions. You know, we're here to make sure that you are getting some educational value out of this contest, at the same time getting some, you know, feel that having skin in the game, where you're, you know, potentially playing for some, you know, monetary prize. So we're trying to combine the two into a unique experience for everyone. We hope you enjoy it.
Feel free to reach out to me on Twitter at Dale Perryman, or shoot me an email, daleperryman@sbcglobal.net, or we'll see everybody at tradediff.com.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
See you guys.